Hello everybody and welcome back to Farm Sim 25 and welcome back to our Sharon Center, Ohio Potato Empire. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and I'm about to do something again. I know this is a terrible idea and I don't need it. But here's the problem with being a farmer, alright? There's always something cool that has to be bought. It just is. Like, I don't make the rules. I don't. But I kind of this Deutz Fahr is going away. We're gonna go ahead. We're going to spray her down, get her cleaned up. We're gonna take her over to the store, and we are going to take this thing and sell it off. Reason being is we're gonna become a John Deere only farm. Not out of necessity, but just because there just happens to be a cool John Deere in the store. And I want it. This must be somewhat like it is in real life, right? Like, obviously in real life... Hello? I don't want on that. I want on my Deutz Fahr. But, yeah. We got to discuss a couple of things. First of all, this Deutz Fahr is a fantastic little early tractor. It's cheap. It has good power. It's a little light. And the traction is somewhat lacking because of it. Also, the gearbox for this thing is terrible, right? So we don't like it. We don't like it. It's great for early game, but as we get progressed, things have gone downhill from there. But look at this beautiful field, man. We got all these taters, all of them beautifully already planted. I know I kind of skipped ahead on you guys, but I've already weeded the fields. I've already planted. Everything's looking beautiful. We're almost ready for another harvest. But there's just this one small problem. Let's go ahead and take... This is going to be a little bit of a different episode. A little different episode, okay? Just because normally I would try to go through the normal farming stuff, but you know, I feel like this purchase is going to be a good thing for us. Now, obviously, I know that we're definitely going to be losing money. Wait a second. Do I still have the fertilizer spreader? I can't remember if I ever got rid of that fertilizer spreader or not. I think it's right there. Nope, that's the forks. That's the fertilizer spreader. Alright, hold that thought. Let's turn around. Let's go grab our fertilizer spreader. We'll take that. We don't need it because we're using... Ah, another thing I forgot to show off. Man, this is one of those episodes. It's gonna be one of those where we just kind of go over some changes. So I did spend a little bit of money. We have a liquid fertilizer tank on site now. Got that all ready to go. Got a few thousand liters in there. Actually, it's empty at the moment because I put it all in my my planter so that we can plant and fertilize all at the same time. But we're going to go ahead and grab our solid fertilizer. That's what I was... There was something I couldn't remember what I was going to say. There was a contract for like a ridiculous amount of money that we could have done with solid fertilizer. Probably wouldn't even taken that long. But yeah, we're not doing contracts. I could have done that. Could have made a boatload of cash. Which may have even helped make this possible. But, you know, it is what it is. We don't really have anything for the solid fertilizer at this time. So what I'm probably going to do is just put the solid fertilizer in our silo. I know, silly, but never mind. It doesn't hold it. Or does it? Oh, it does. Totally. Perfect. So if we ever need solid fertilizer in the future, we've got it stored away. We'll take this over to the store and sell off this fertilizer spreader and our tractor. Because there's a new tractor I want to pick up. And I don't know if we can necessarily afford what I want. But I'm going to make it happen one way or the other. I know that we had plans. Look at that beautiful farm, though. Don't it look so good over there? I know we had plans to get the harvester and stuff, and then go forward and get some new land. And also, my neighbors, he must be doing rough this year, man, because he's struggling to maintain his fields. All his fields got weeds in them. I feel bad for the guy. He's a good guy. He's just getting older, you know, and he's trying to like he's trying to keep up with everything, but he's getting to that point where things are slowing down on him, and yeah, he's just not able to keep up on his own. You'd think for the amount of land that he owns that he would hire some folks to come in and help him, but yeah, he just doesn't do that. But the man definitely needs some help. And if he ever called me, I would definitely come over and help him. But, you know, if he doesn't call, what can I do about it, you know? I don't want to embarrass the man in front of his wife, come into his house and be like, hey, man, I saw your fields are all weeded up. You need some help? Because then he'd be like, hey, if I need your help, I'll tell you. He's one of those old school fellas, you know? He's one of those old school fellas. I ain't going to embarrass him, you know? But it is sad to see his farm starting to deteriorate a little bit. Hopefully he can get that sorted. Maybe he's got a sprayer that I don't know about. He can get out there and spray the fields, get rid of those weeds. Because he has a lot of land. The man owns most of the land around here. At least most of the land around us, anyway. Which is why I want to keep him on my good side. Because eventually we're going to buy it. It's just going to take time. But, boy, it takes a long time to drive a tractor across this map. I'm starting to remember why I just reset. It does take a long time to drive from one end of this map to the other. But we'll be there in no time. Look at that view over there in the distance. Go through our little square here. Beautiful. When you guys see this tractor that I was talking about, you're going to understand. Because if there's one thing I like more than just about anything in Farm Sim, it is customization. I love customization. I really do. I love being able to make a tractor my own. Set it up the way we want. And also, there's a little bit of a role-playing element with the tractor we're going to be picking up. Because it has like mods for, or it has tire configurations where you've just got like the extended hub like you would have a dual on it, but the dual is the tires removed, so you just got the hub there. Obviously in real life, if you take the dual off, a lot of times you take that hub off too. But if you're having to swap back and forth between having a dual on the front and stuff, sometimes you just leave the hub on. But yeah, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But here we're coming up to the store. We'll be able to get this thing fixed up and sold off. Well, these guys need to redo their entryway. A little bit of pothole action going on in their parking lot. Never noticed that before. All the money I spent here, you'd think they'd be able to maintain the parking lot. Alright. Alright, Brad, I brought the tractor in I told you about. I need you to fix her up real quick because we're going to be selling her off. Oh, lordy. That's expensive. Alright, sell off the spreader. That's $15,600. We'll take that. And then we will repair, repaint, and sell off this thing. $65,344. That brings us up to $322,000 in the bank. And now we get to look at that tractor I was telling you about. It is an 8R. It's a 2016 to 2018 US model 8R series John Deere. And it starts out at a measly $101,000. You know, not bad. Not bad at all. Does 31 miles an hour, so it's faster. But look at the cool hubs. Like you on the back, you've got the hubs there. Obviously, they've got the ultra wide tires on here. Look at this thing, man. It's crazy. Huge tires. This thing got all the grip. But no, you can do all kinds of things. Now, first of all, I kind of want to go for full horsepower here. Like, this horsepower going to bring us up. It's only $90,000 more. I know, silly to say that. But 400 horsepower is probably more than we'll ever need. That is golden. This will be our most powerful tractor. It'll have everything we need. We could go lower than that. Bring this thing down to... actually, wait. I don't know which one's which. This says IVT. And this says the power shift. And I don't know which one's better. Just hope that neither of them are bad for us. This is auto power. Like, we can save ourselves 10 grand just by going for this transmission rather than one of the others. Weird. Anyway, but yeah, you can drop it down a little bit of horsepower, save yourself a little bit of money, but it's really not worth, you know. I can keep the 400 horsepower, keep the auto power transmission in it. It's probably going to be just fine. We're going to keep the Goodyear wheels, but look at this. So right now we got the LSWs. We got LSWs with weights. You can throw some weights in there. And then, of course, you got 30-inch row crops, right? But look at the hubs on the back. Ain't that sick? So you can actually go whole ham into whatever you want to do here. Like, if you wanted to role play that you take the outside duals off to do something that you don't necessarily need to have duals for, you know. Like, for instance, if we want to sell off our potatoes at the grain factory or whatever, we should be able to take off the dualies, have the hub sticking. Well, maybe the hub sticking out would still be a problem. I don't know. But anyway, you get the point. But look at this. You can have the hubs on the front as well. There's so much customization here. Of course, you got hubs and weights on the back. And then you got the hubs in the front. And then, of course, you got your dualies on the back. And again, this is how I generally run my tractors, just because I like having the narrow tires because we can run into the fields and not destroy the crop, right? But it also allows us to turn a little bit better on the front because you don't have duals on the front. Duals on the front just destroy your turning ability. But then you can have weights on the inside. Look, you got weights back there. And then you got weights on the outside, but no weight on the inside. And then I believe you can have weights on both the inside and the outside. That'd be a lot of extra weight. And you can tell that takes us up to 17 tons as a tractor with the extra weights. Of course, you can get the hubs on there. And you can have your weights in there as well with the hubs. And that takes us back up to 17 tons. And of course, you can have your duals on the front as well if you need the extra grip. And of course, you can have the weights in there again. You guys know the deal. So it's really cool how that's done. And again, I like these monster truck wheels, but to be fair, we don't want to be destroying our crops. So what I'm probably going to do is just throw this configuration on there for now. If we need extra weight, we can actually, I'll throw the weights on there too. That way we've got all the weight. There we go. So we've got a 17-ton tractor here with good pulling power. Should have no troubles. Let's see what else we got. So this is the 2016 version. This is the 2018 version. Can't really tell what's different. Okay, so mirrors definitely change. Get a little bit better mirrors. I think we go with the 2016 just because it's a little cheaper. Extra 10 grand. Back fenders, I'd rather have no fenders. Just no fenders at all. Just let her open. I think that looks pretty good. Beacon lights, we don't need them. GPS configuration. I mean, yes, because we do have GPS, right? Like, we got to have that on there. Man, that's a lot of extra money. We're the older model, so we'll take the old GPS. It's fine. Extra lights is standard. Attachers is standard. So you can actually change the rear here. Which is cool. I'll just go with the standard setup back there. I don't need anything too crazy. Blinkers, flashers. Now there is a front mount that we can do. So you got front hydraulic. And there is a PTO there as well. You could have a rock box or a weight bracket, so for the like suitcase weights. And then of course you have it with some of the suitcase weights on it. Alright, so this takes us all the way up to 19 tons. But obviously we don't want to do that. If anything, I would go with this. This tractor doesn't have the Isaria Pro Compact. That's the only downside. That is the only downside of this. And I hate that because I wish it did. Because I don't think I missed it anywhere. Yeah, it's just not there. I wish that these guys, when they bring these tractors and stuff in as a mod, they put so much detail in it. But I wish they had a modded version that has the Pro Compact too. Now we could put a crop sensor on the front of this. That's not a problem. Like we can actually grab a crop sensor while we're here. This is going to cost us $201,000 in this configuration. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Is there anything else that I wanted to look at? This is 400 horsepower. It's going to cost us $201,000. Man, I'm about to talk myself out of it, but I'm going to go ahead and take it. This also brings us up to 17.3 tons because of the front attacher as well. 8400R. I know I shouldn't do it, but I think I'm gonna do it. Let's go ahead and buy it. All right, and now we need the Isaria Pro Compact crop sensor as well, which I think is just under miscellaneous down here at the bottom. Yeah, so this is our crop sensor. Man, that's expensive. But we kind of need it. So let's go ahead and grab it. This is the Proactive. Or you can get it with the weight, which we don't need the weight. We already have plenty of weight. It's another $23,900. And again, I know that this is a gigantic waste of money, but I mean, come on, guys. If you can't buy cool tractors, then what's the point of farming? Look at this thing, man. This thing is epic. First fire up. Let's hear her purr. Oh yeah, she's purring like a kitten. We will need to go ahead and get her fixed. Oh, it sounds good though. Ooh, diesel sounds smooth. And there we go. So now we have our crop sensor on the front. No big deal there. I think we will go ahead and pay for these guys to repair it. We're not going to repaint it, but we will go ahead and do like a service on this thing before we leave the shop. That way they can go over it, make sure the transmission, everything is gonna do well. Maybe swap out the hydraulic fluid, a little bit of oil change. You guys know the deal. It's gonna cost us 10 grand, but now she's up to snuff. Look at that. Thought this thing said it could do 31 miles an hour. Is that only with the big floater tires? Might be. But look at this big, beautiful tractor, man. Looking mighty fine in the shop or inside too. I always think that the John Deeres look kind of plain inside, you know what I mean? It kind of reminds you of like old school Toyota's interiors. But nice plush seat. Probably going to cause me to have some butt sweat though, I ain't gonna lie. Definitely looks like it would cause butt sweat, especially in the summertime. Thank God we got AC. We ain't got to worry about that. Climate control definitely does a lot for us. You can see our RPMs up there to the top right there on the B pillar. I know this is a terrible investment, right? I spent a lot of money that I don't have. But look at it, y'all. Look at it. It looks so freaking good. And it sounds good too. It sounds so smooth. Like a lot of tractors, maybe it's the RPM that it's running, but it just sounds like it is running real good. Now the only thing I don't really care for is these wide blinkers. I know why they're there. Obviously, if you pull in a trailer or you pull in something that's wide, an implement or something, having those blinkers stick out lets everybody know behind you. But of course, your implement should have its own blinkers. You're supposed to have your own lights and stuff on them too. But look at this thing, man. Tell me this don't fit into the scenery. Now, the other thing that we could do is I could go ahead and sell off our other John Deere. Because we don't really need two. But I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to hold off. I think we're good. We are coming up on another harvest season. I'm hoping that this harvest is better than the last. But this is a good looking tractor, man. I'm not a big John Deere fan, okay? I'm more of a Case person, but you gotta admit, they do look good. And they are iconic. Like, as soon as you see that yellow and green, you know exactly what it is. Even if you don't know what kind of, like, what series it is. You just know that it's a John Deere. You're like, oh, that's a John Deere. Yeah, this thing is a beast. Still got the wimpy horn. Got a lot of lights too to light up the area too, so at nighttime, if we're having to run at night, should have plenty of light. This is definitely not me trying to justify spending $200,000 on a new tractor when I didn't need it. But hey, you know, like I said, what is the point of going through all this work if you can't have a nice new cool piece of tractor or a new implement, or you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would be that kind of farmer. I'm gonna go broke. I'm gonna be out of business. I get that, but I just can't help it. Like, it comes up in the shop and it's just begging for me. It's like, man. You could totally get this basically brand new. It's got 30 hours on it. You could totally get this brand new John Deere 8R beast of a tractor. And she is officially back at our shop, man. Look at this thing. Looking mighty fine. Yeah, swing her around. Alright, actually, I got a plan. Let's put the, I saw your Pro Compact over here. Out of the way, so I ain't gotta bump into it or anything. Put that there. And look at this thing. And that is a sweet tractor. Now let's pull out the other one. We're going to bring them out. We're going to compare them side by side. I know this is a different type of episode, but you got to believe it. So we now officially have 2 John Deere 8400s. It's always weird when you try to compare them, because whatever one gets parked in the front is the one that's going to look the biggest. But look how wide these, like, row crop tires are on the back. These duals are massive compared to what they should be. But look at these beasts, man. Okay, we got to pull this one forward. Look at them. It's beautiful. 2 John Deere 8400s. One a little newer than the other. But that's why we had to do it. We had to. I had no choice. Please don't hate me for this one. But that's, believe it or not, this was all I had in mind for today's episode. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know what you guys think. Did I waste all of our money? Probably. Was it worth it? Absolutely. So with that being said, if you like what I'm doing, punch a like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.